Yeah, Close the doors, walk across the corridor. We got something to show you. Media is our repertoire. Fed up with the same news, no channel to use. Cruise control mentalities, here we offer you. We gon' show you a new way. The content, it never strays from positive and uplifting. Once a week, the scope gifted. With the presence of your eyes, what a distraction. Beautiful to soul, especially in action. This year, not ration. Came in abundance. Films like in Sundance, tech like the pop art. Tachi Queen, you are Curtis, a beast heart. You must carry, cause MCs they all vary. And seldom do they motivate. World full of hate. We serve the hope on a plate across different platforms. Let's hear a buffet, hydration like Boucher. Don't focus on a day, we always here for you. MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settle in our knowledge and conversations, go make them yours. What we run is Olympic, now your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settle in our knowledge and conversations, go make them yours. What we run is Olympic, now your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. Now you award winner with no award tours. This culture meets the art. Podcast with the heart and essence of the growth. The power's in the people. Without you, we ain't equal. What we lack is ego. We're back now, so here we go. Run the show like Arsenio. Episodic, our rituals, minds change through visual. Representation of our nation and its differences. Some explanation of our uniqueness and innocence. Mass media's intention is to desensitize. We raise the wise and knowledge is power. Without it, we turn coward and proud of a known product. Like we could take it with us. I wish the greats were still alive and here with us, but it is what it is. We're left here to share our gift, and that's precisely what we'll do with it. Shape shift and fluidly, we can pass this test and still in our unity, elevating through stress. Yes, MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settle in our knowledge and conversations, go make them yours. What we run is Olympic, not your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settle in our knowledge and conversations, go make them yours. What we run is Olympic, not your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. Yeah. It's up to you. You got the torch now. MediaScope. We're here for you, and you. We got it all. Tech, pop, music. We got it all. Tech, pop, music. We got it all. Yeah. Tech, pop, music. We got it all. Yeah.
Look at you trying to be all producery. One.
What's going on, Dr. Tachi?
Not much. How are you?
I'm doing well. You look nice.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Look vibrant.
I'm waiting for the caveat.
No, there's no caveat. You look vibrant.
Okay.
Really like vibrant today.
Okay, it's the orange probably because I'm wearing black. Welcome everyone to the latest edition of Media Tech and Pop Culture Fun and Foolishness. I am your host through all of this. This is MediaScope, first of all. I am your host through all of this. My name is Tachi, media professor, filmmaker, media content producer, and sometimes I'm also a journalist. This is the meeting of the minds, and it's not just me. It's not just you. There's also a person behind the scenes that's running everything, and I think his name is Curtis or something like that. Curtis, are you around?
Hey, I am. Hey, everybody. What's happening?
What's happening with you?
Not too much.
Okay. You sound really excited. Anything new and exciting going on in the world of Curtis?
Well, I'm actually working on some things, and I started a broadcast a little while ago called the Huddle. And so,
okay, do tell.
Yeah. So it's called the Huddle. It's about men, and they're really kind of men answering questions that are related to just relationships and helping men to communicate better.
Okay, like
Yes.
you're a pretty good communicator. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
all
Outside of
right.
yeah, certain things. Yeah.
Oh boy.
But no, seriously, it's all a learning process for all of us. The huddle.
It
Correct.
is a learning process for all of us. And this is Levok over on the YouTube side saying huddle.
Yes, the huddle. Correct. Hey, Levi, what's happening?
Whoa, boy. Whoa, boy. Welcome, Levok. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you once again. Oh, well, okay. So the huddle, when can we huddle?
Well, I'm looking at doing something tomorrow. Uh, I haven't advertised it yet because I've got some other stuff I'm working on, but I will have it up probably a little later today with the
Okay.
particular
Okay.
topic as well. Actually, it's going to be
Okay.
on. I'll be streaming it from StreamYard. So initially, I was going to do it on. I've been doing it. All right, I did the first show on Instagram,
Okay.
and I think I'm going to have it on StreamYard because sometimes it's kind of the same time. It's going to be what 8 p.m. Eastern time.
8 p.m. Eastern time. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Which is
Yes.
7 p.m. Central,
7,
and
correct.
everybody else subtract
And 5 p.m. Pacific time.
5 p.m. Pacific time. All right.
Correct.
All right. Okay. Very cool. Very
Cool.
cool. Very cool. All right. Well, yeah, I'm trying to share this to my personal page, and this is not trying to cooperate with me right now. So I don't know.
You know
To
what?
my personal profile.
As
What?
I was loading the pictures up, I seen Mr. Facebook over here on the pictures here, and I can't wait to hear that
Yes.
story. I cannot
Oh,
wait to
oh,
hear that
there's
story.
there's a lot. There's a lot going on with it. So is this the reason why I can't share this to my personal page? I mean,
Yeah,
what's going
right.
on? What's happening?
He
What's
is
happening,
ticked off.
Facebook?
He is
What's
ticked off.
happening? He well, I mean, nobody told him not to do right, and I'm sorry that it's a little jumpy, guys. It today it feels like the connection is slow for some reason.
Yeah, it's a good picture though, but it's a little
Yeah,
jumpy.
it's a good picture, but I look like Max Headroom. Remember him?
Right, right, right.
I need smoothness, AT&T, or next week it might not be you. Just saying.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. This week it's a little janky, so we apologize for that. But in the meantime, as I'm trying to share this out, can we get the intro for the media, please? Okay. So yeah, I don't know why this is not sharing to my page because I want for folks to here we go. Here we go. Um, could I have photo one, please? Photo one. All right, because I can't talk and chew gum. So hold on. Let me just share this right quick. And here we go. All right. So it's all shared out. So are you a fan of the Gap Band,
Yeah, I actually have
MC?
been for. Yeah, they made some good music back in the day.
They did. You wanted to be a member of the Gap Band, didn't you?
I did. I actually had a
I
cousin who was a drummer in a Cat band.
Are you serious?
Yeah, serious. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Were you practicing on some buckets so that you too could be a drummer for the Gap Band?
Yeah, I could never get that timing right with drumming. It's that's
Some
something special.
something tells me that that's probably about right. Something tells me that's about right. That makes perfect sense for MC Curtis. And the what I that makes sense. You didn't even
Absolutely,
have to say anything. Did
absolutely.
you play any instruments?
I did. Well, I did. I played the trombone.
The trombone. Now that's a serious instrument.
Yeah, it was
I
it
thought you
was
were going to say
actually
the kazoo, but you said the trombone.
that's
Okay.
funny. But no, I actually was at one time I actually could read music and I could play by ear as well.
Wow. So what happened with that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Yeah,
Mm.
I'm
You
not
thought you
sure what happened.
found the pole more enticing, apparently. Um, dancing
Make
at the
money,
club
more money
more
with the pole.
enticing. More money at the pole. All right. Take it to the polls. Derek
Not the
Jones is
rolling
here.
pole either.
How are you? No, no, no. So Derek Jones is here. He made it. We are always on time when you are here. Welcome. Uh First chair spoons here. Wow, Levoc. I bet you were a beast on those spoons too.
On the first chair spoons. That's
Yes.
hilarious.
Oh Lord, Lord. We're still waiting on our food truckery person. So hopefully she gets here soon because we need that. We need
Yeah,
it's Taco Wednesday.
I think she's out partying. I'm waiting for the tires to be screeching around the corner over at D Nice.
Well, D Nice was live. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah, she sent me a link,
Yeah,
and
so I don't know if he's still on. He may still be on.
yeah,
So I was in there for a little bit. Go ahead.
when she sent me the link, I was like, wait a minute now. She does know MediaScope's getting ready to start, right? So what's she doing
Oh,
over
she
there?
knows. Well, I was in there too. But then I left
Were you?
because I was like, let me act like I have a show to do. I'll see you all
Right,
later.
right.
So, but she was still there.
Mm.
So, in the absence of Serena, here we go. He has Levoc has offered some beer and some other libations.
Oh, it looks like shots or something. Is that shots, Levi's?
Shots. I don't. What is it? Shots?
Yeah, it looks like shots to me. Beer and shots.
Okay, so he has offered that up. I'm a little scared.
I know, right?
Well, I'm scared for you. We still need stuff to run here, so we can't have you.
No, I was thinking, Levi, we don't know what's in those shots.
Well, tell us, Levoc, what are they shots of? I wasn't scared of Levoc. I was scared for you. Beer chasers. So the shots are beer chasers? I didn't know there was such a thing.
No, you drink the shot and then you chase it with beer.
See, I knew you knew. I had no clue. Wow, I knew you knew. Why would you do that?
Well, sometimes with the shots are real strong, and so you just like drink the shot. You're like,
So
ah,
lessen it. Okay, so
yeah,
you lessen
exactly,
it with more alcohol. That's great.
yeah.
Mm, that's
You know,
highly
shake your
effective.
head. You're like, ah, and then you drink the beer.
That sounds so ineffective. That just sounds so ineffective. Oh my gosh. Let me get back to the Gap Band. Anyway, unfortunately, we have a rest well with the Gap Band. One of the founding members of the Gap Band, Ronnie Wilson, has passed away. He was 73 years old, and this was confirmed by his wife, Linda Bulwer Wilson, on Tuesday. So this was actually just yesterday. She put a whole series of photos of her husband. And if you don't know the Gap Band, you'll remember the song "You Dropped the Bomb on Me." That was MC Curtis's theme song back in the day. That's the song he comes out to at the club. You dropped the bomb on me.
Cue the music, please.
Exactly. Oh, goodness gracious me. Anyway, if you don't know, they are actually from Oklahoma. I did not know that the band was from
Wow.
Oklahoma. He's
Okay.
Oklahoma. He started it. It's brothers. So of course you know Charlie Wilson and then Robert Wilson, and they call themselves Gap Band in remembrance of the Tulsa Race Massacre. Interesting.
Hmm.
So the name is an acronym for Greenwood, Archer, and Pine, the streets that were targeted in the deadly attack in 1921.
Oh, very interesting.
Very interesting indeed. A little bit of history. So the band was founded in the 1970s, in the late 70s, and then they opened for bands like the Rolling Stones, etc. And again, the biggest hits are "You Dropped a Bomb on Me" and "Burn Rubber on Me." So the only surviving member of the Get Band now is Charlie Wilson. So rest well. You will be remembered for all the great music that you made. To Ronnie Wilson. Let's move on. Could I have photo 2? All right. Let's talk about theaters, these COVID theaters, and Marvel's Eternals looking at opening this weekend in theaters around across 4,000 theaters, 4,000 screens, at 75 million plus in domestic box office receipts. This is what they're anticipating based off what they did earlier. So if you remember the Shang-Chi, and then The Legend of the Ten Rings opened to 75 million in September. Black Widow opened to 80 million, and it also picked up 60 million from rentals on Disney Plus in July. And overall, Sony's Venom: Let There Be Carnage holds the pandemic era opening record for 90 million in October. So they're expecting at least 75 from this. I mean, Marvel, MCU. What more can you expect? Are you going to see it?
Is it going to be on
Okay.
Netflix or something? Or some other
No. No, it is not. It looks like it's only going to be in theaters. There's not going to be simultaneous streaming from what I see. Not initially anyway. I think they're going to wait the 45-day window.
Yeah, probably not.
Before
That's
they-
going to be a no for me.
Yeah, okay, that'll be a no for you. Let me know, guys, for those of you watching, if you are or you're listening, right, in the Bahamas, you're listening on WJMS, get at me at Dr. _Tachi on Instagram. Get into the DMs and let me know if you are going to see the Eternals. I'm a huge Marvel fan, but not a fan enough to sit in a COVID theater. I'm sorry, they're still COVID. They're still COVID. You know, after a while, like everybody was like wearing hazmat suits at the beginning, as if
Right.
it's less of a threat now. So people now have really slacked off. You can go to a restaurant and the table will not be, they just clean it the way they normally do. Come on now. So I think there's been slackage when it comes to things.
Slackage.
Absolutely. But guess what? Serena Wills is here and she says, beep, beep. Hello, everyone. The food truck has arrived. The queen of food truckery, the mistress of libation, is in the house. Minister of libation is in the house. Welcome. So she's got some libations. Also, it's Taco Wednesday. So she's got tacos and salads and pita pockets and burgers and fries too, and turkey legs, King Henry VIII turkey legs, whatever those are, but she's got them. You want food? Go on to the food truck. Serena is the manager extraordinaire, queen of food truckery. And by the way, we do have food truckery t-shirts if you are interested in getting them. I'll put up the link a little later. But you can actually go to aquatees.com and pick up a food truckery shirt or any of the Be More shirts on the website. If you are interested, if you want to show that you are more or you are a card holding member of the MediaScope food truck, show it. And I might try and pull it up to see if you guys can see it later on. So that is what is happening there. Serena Will says, I agree, slackage for real. Eternals, can they catch COVID-19? That's a good question. They may not, but the people in the theater might if you're not careful. That's why I'm not going. So, the Eternals are not only the Eternal, they're on the screen. So, she is the manager extraordinaire. I only tell the truth. All right, let's keep going. Could I have photo 3, please? All right. Let's talk a little bit since off of theaters into what we might like to do in our homes, which is stream. And some of us have been gaming a lot during this pandemic. Have you been doing any gaming at all? I know you play a little bit, right, MC?
No, not really.
Okay, well, you took a long time to answer that, so I figured that in the first 2 seconds. So, since I thought for some reason that you were a little bit of a gamer. If not, okay, we'll throw away that question. But maybe some of you are gamers. Levok, maybe you. I know Serena, you said that your son does some gaming. Well, Netflix Games has started the global rollout on Android, and iOS is on the way. Now, I found this interesting because generally things are iOS first and then Android because it's so much easier to program for iOS. But yeah, I'm not sure why that is, but Android is coming. They've started the global rollout already, and we knew this was coming. The day is here. Those of you that are excited about Netflix getting into the gaming space, here you go. So users are going to be able to choose from one of 5 games: Stranger Things 1984. That's like Wonder Woman 1984. Anyway, Stranger Things 1984, Stranger Things 3, the game, Shooting Hoops, Card Blast, and Teeter Up. So starting today, you can download Netflix games from the Google Play Store, and it requires a Netflix subscription, though, for you to play. So you have to have Netflix in order to play. Then on November 3rd, Netflix is going to start rolling out games to the app itself. So right now you can download the games and you need to have the app to play, but they'll start rolling out games to the app itself. So when you're on a mobile device, Netflix games will come packaged in its own dedicated row and have a dedicated tab. So as I said, I told you the offerings, it's a little bit slim, some slim pickings, but they have acquired Oxenfree developer Night School. And I think I told you that before, that they made this acquisition. So that might suggest that there's some more ambition in terms of game development coming up, and more title other than Shooting Hoops and the other things. So go ahead.
All right, question. So do you think Netflix will have the games as a standalone or at some point, or will they always be part of the actual subscription to video on demand?
So you're asking, will Netflix have a standalone game app?
Correct.
And I think the answer to, go ahead.
No, I would just, because I'm thinking everyone may not want, they may not be interested in the video subscription or.
Oh, for sure. I don't give a damn. So for sure, I'm interested in the fact that it is tech and that it's happening. So, but am I a gamer? No. I'm interested in game culture for sure. But am I a gamer? No. So it's not for me. It's for those people. So you're right. There's a segment who doesn't care, but you could say the same thing with a lot of, the content on there. There's a segment who doesn't care about some of the content that's on there, right? So this is just more content. But I think the answer to your question is it depends. If they're looking to compete with Twitch, if they're looking to compete with some of these other apps, then it may be to their advantage to go ahead and do a standalone app where they could do some building out of, some environments where people can play. If they're smart, they're going to look at the metaverse for this. If they're smart. And they've proven themselves to be smart in the past. So, anyway.
Unlike someone else I know, right?
Does his first name rhyme with bark?
Right?
Nadine is here. Hey, Nadine, welcome. Good to see you. It is always a pleasure to have you here. SC says lame. Now, Levok, are you saying that the games are lame on Netflix? Well, they have to start somewhere. And but this is the thing. This is the audacity of being them. Everybody else says, no, we have to wait until we have a portfolio. When I say them, I'm not just talking about Netflix. I'm talking about streamers. I'm talking about all of this in general, because they will start with 2 titles and go ahead and launch a whole campaign. But if we were to do it, We would be like, okay, no, we need to make sure that we have at least 10 titles in every genre before we even think. We would need to have everything dotted and crossed. They'll come up with 2 lame titles and they'll be like,
Right.
we're ready to launch.
Right. Absolutely.
That is some
pull
real
the curtains.
audacity. What happened?
Pull the curtains. We're ready.
Pull it back. Let's go.
Right.
Let's go. Dim the lights. Showtime.
Mm-hmm.
Who does that? They do. We could never get away with stuff like that. If we were to sit here and say MC Curtis, you and I were to launch a streamer. If we can, even if we had 100 titles.
Right.
No, let's do. Even if we had 200 titles, people would still be like, you don't have enough stuff to work. But these bigger streamers can come out and they could just have the remake of Three's Company, and that would be it.
Right. Absolutely.
And people would still be, people may complain, but under their breath, they would never say
Absolutely.
it outright. That is the audacity of being them. I'm telling you. Hey, Tish is here. I see you, Tish. Oh my gosh. Look who this is. For those of you, I'm sure you know Omarosa. Everybody knows Omarosa. Omarosa was my classmate at Howard University, and she has joined us. Omarosa, my dear, I have not talked to you since NatP. I want to say like 2013, 2014, because I was still at the university there. But my dear, I hope you are doing well. I am so happy to see you. So give it up for Omarosa.
Is that the Omarosa?
The Omarosa. I told you I went to school with her.
Goodness.
Yes.
You did say
The
that.
Omarosa. Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
Tish is here. Hey, Tish.
What a celebration.
Oh, Omarosa comes and you have the Africans ready to welcome her. I come on and I'm chopped liver. It's crickets. I haven't heard those Africans in the month of Sundays. By the way, they're not really African. They just sound like Africans cheering to me. The last time I heard that, I think, was during the MediaScope 6th anniversary.
I've played it before. A few times since then.
But not for me. But you you do deserve it. Omarosa, I'm so glad to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hey, what is up? Look who's here. This is D Work. She said, I didn't get the African bells. No, chopped liver. That's what we are. Now he has more sound effect. Now we have 2. Ice crunch, 3. Ice crunching and the Africans. This is, we are low budget, yo. If there was a low budget show, we have 3 sound effects because we can't get any more. Do we need to start a GoFundMe for sound effects, MC?
I just need to get more sound effects, but there are tons out there. I need to get more.
So you're just going to take a trip to Salvation Army and go pick up some used sound effects. Oh yeah, the slurping. So the ice, the slurping, the crunch, and the Africans. So we've got 4. Congratulations. Mark Ward is here too. And Mark Ward says all of the money goes into the earrings. No, I rebuke that. They do not go into the earrings. I rebuke that, Mark Ward, but I'm so happy to see you. Thank you so much for being here, folks. If you are just joining, you are in for a treat. You have joined the Media, Tech, and Pop Culture Party Extraordinaire. I'm Tachi, media professor, filmmaker, media content producer, and journalist. This is MediaScope. We're here every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time to talk media, tech, pop culture, fun, and foolishness. And we're here with this guy, one MC Curtis.
The guy with the sound effects. Hey, everybody.
Oh, yeah. The guy with a myriad of sound effects. I mean, it's almost our thing where I almost don't want you to get anymore because it's our thing. We have 4. People know us for 4.
Really messed things up.
Yes, exactly. That you might add something else in and it's like, oh, We have to stop watching that. Four is all people
But
can handle. Four. Anyway, uh, you've got some military sound effects, huge tanks, bombs. I don't think we'll be needing those, but in case we do, I'll keep you on speed dial, Levok, in case we need a tank for some reason. In any case, let's keep it going. We got into this whole, we always get off on tangents, which I love. I mean, it wouldn't be MediaScope without tangents. But yeah, that's what's happening with Netflix. Could I have photo 4, please? Let's head over to not Peacock, Discovery. So off of one streamer onto another, Discovery has reached 20 million paid streaming subscribers worldwide, mostly on Discovery Plus, plus a few international Discovery products as well. So paid streaming subscribers, 20 million paid. That's a big deal for them. Do you have Discovery? Does anybody have Discovery? I just need to know.
no,
I don't.
Yeah, no, I don't. I have Apple TV.
You have Apple TV, but do you pay for any streamers on there? Oh, you have Apple TV. Okay, Apple TV Plus?
Mhm. Correct.
Okay. All right. Okay. I still have the free trial of it until January. I think it runs out. Ask me what I've watched on Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, my free trial actually is almost up, so that's why I'm saying I have Apple Plus, but not much longer.
No, for me either. So I really have to, when stuff quiet, as my mother says, when stuff quietens down, which is a British thing, when things quieten down, then I will binge some stuff. But it's just been so crazy, I haven't been able to. And then there's nothing that's calling my name on Apple TV Plus either. So I'm like, you're not really calling my name. Anyway, so this number encompasses Discovery's entire portfolio, including direct-to-consumer products like Eurosport Player and Golf TV. Yay! Can I get the cheerings for Golf TV? The African. Mm-hmm. But as I said, the majority is from Disney Plus. Sorry, not Disney Plus, Discovery Plus. But they didn't provide a specific breakdown according to the wrap of what's what. So Disney, I keep saying Disney, Discovery reported that it ended quarter 2 with 17 million paying direct-to-consumer subscribers and had reached across portfolio 18 million as of August 3rd. So how much does it cost? It's $4.99 per month with ads or $6.99 without ads. Not bad, but I mean, I have to warrant that, I need to have something worth watching. So overall, this is what they have. 55,000 episodes from more than 2,500 series across Discovery's networks, including HGTV, Food Network, TLC, ID, OWN, Travel Channel, Discovery Channel, and Animal Planet. Now, I actually like all of those channels. I mean, I don't watch ID because that's a lot of true crime, but the other channels I actually like. Would I pay for that when I already have some of these as part of my Sling package? No, sir. So anyway, that's the news with them. Discovery has 20 million paid streaming subscribers worldwide. Good for you. Could I have photo 5 off of them onto Peacock? So Peacock is reportedly losing over $8 a month on each of its 21.5 million active users, according to analysts. So this is kind of a bleak snapshot for them. So Peacock, as I said, losing over $8 a month, and it's on target to meet or surpass the 30 million to 35 million users that they want by 2024. Their parent company, Comcast NBC Universal, told investors that the platform would break even 84% of the current users who take the paid premium iteration of Peacock still get it free with their Comcast or Cox cable subscriptions. So the average monthly revenue is per active user is not anywhere near the $7 to $8 of the break-even projection. So basically, they're not meeting where they need to be. So how much longer are we going to have Peacock? I think that's the operative question. Is anybody watching Peacock? Anybody? MC?
No, I never heard of it. I heard you mention it a while ago during
I
the
was like, as
broadcast.
much as I talk about Peacock,
Yeah,
yes,
no, yeah, you did mention it, but I have not watched it
right.
since or that time.
Okay, so it is a streaming. Now, I've watched
Mhm.
Peacock often because you know that Kevin and I are reviewers for NBC Universal. So we often review content for TV channeling across NBC Universal's channels like Bravo and NBC, Peacock, etc. So I watch Peacock quite often because we review some shows on there. But so you haven't watched anything. It's
Mm-mm.
free. It's free. Download it at least. Or not. That's up to you. So anyway, good for you or well not good for you. So it remains to be seen what happens with that. I hope that they do more than break even coming up soon and that they meet their projections. Will I be sad if Peacock left? Not really. But
Thank you, Tachi.
I'm just saying, if you want me to tell the truth or you want me to sit here and spew niceties, it's not, and it's not that it's a bad channel. There's some things on there, but if it left, I don't know. So this is what they're going to really need to do. Too many of these streamers are relying on their libraries in terms of enticing people over. So remember, they've got Friends, they've got like all the 30 Rock, they've got Parks and Rec. So all of those big shows. The Office is ABC, I think, right? Or no, it's NBC. I think The Office is there. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. So they're banking on people wanting the nostalgia of these things. I need you to create great content that would make me want to pay. Now it's free. So I'm all right, but there's certain parts of it, the paid and like what was the movie that just came out that was released on Peacock same day as in theaters? Was it Halloween Kills? It could have been that. So you had to have the Peacock Premium in order to watch that. I don't know. I feel
So
bad for you, Peacock.
what about Manifest? Was that on NBC?
Yes. Manifest
Okay.
that's the only television show you know, isn't it? Because you bring up Manifest every bloody week. Every week you bring up
No,
Manifest.
it was a good show though.
You're like, what
It's
about Manifest?
I got one more.
We could be talking about Married to Medicine. Yeah, but Manifest. Like it's the only thing you've ever watched.
Close to it, but yeah.
Probably. So yeah. No. Anyway, that's it, folks. What's going on over on Peacock? Let's take a look at some Miller is here. She said, I tried to watch it, but I chose Pluto over Peacock. You know, it doesn't have to be one or the other. They're both free. Look, people, when there's content that's free, get it. So I have both. I have Pluto. I have Peacock. I have Stir. I have Crackle. I have every free channel that or free streamer that exists. I have. Why? Because it's free. Free. Mark Ward says Friends is on HBO Max. Thank you, HBO Max. Because I'm like, I couldn't remember. Thank you so much. Levox says all their content is available on Tubi. That's another one I have. Tubi, exactly. Thank you, Mark Ward. Yes, it was Halloween Kills that was released on Peacock. Yep, Tubi is great too. Exactly. Serena says, we watch Peacock, but it's free on my Xfinity stream box. My son mainly watches it. Yeah, okay. What's his favorite show? Let me know. Is it Saved by the Bell, The New Class, or whatever they're called? Tell those Peacock folks they are wasting their bandwidth. Glow also says, I skip past it all the time on my TV. Anyway, Peacock is going to try to revive themselves with The Housewives. Mark Ward, I think you are absolutely right. I think you're 100%. Tish Roach asked, is that a cowbell? It probably is because our budget is low, so we can't afford you know real instruments like horns and things. We have to get cowbells from Farmer
Bill.
Jones's. Cowbells. Oh boy, uh, that is terrible. He said he's giving up turkey for Thanksgiving. I'm eating peacock instead. Horrible content. Peacock seems like it would taste terrible. Beautiful birds, but it seems like it would be tough and taste like tires. Anyway,
Maybe kind of bony with a lot of bones in it or something. Like
yeah, bones are the skeletal structure that does hold it up, so it would
no,
have
like
a lot of bones.
yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Let's move on. Can we go to photo 6, please? For those of you who care, Wendy Williams' show has grown in ratings without Wendy Williams. Now, if you don't know, she's been in and out. Okay. So Wendy Williams' show jumped 33% in household ratings this week, the week ending October 24th. And it didn't feature Wendy Williams. Instead, guest hosts filled in for Williams. Now, if you remember, I don't know if you remember, but when Wendy was not feeling well, she and took all that time off, and a lot had to do with the fact that her ex-husband was a little off. Um, if you remember, she had a lot of people that filled in for her.
Right.
That did what's his name?
Nick
The one
Cannon?
that wears the turban, Nick Cannon. Thank you. Nick Cannon filled in. She had a couple of people that filled in for her. So they did jump 33%. So is the problem you, Wendy? I don't know. Leah Remini filled in for 4 days when they premiered on October 18th. Yeah, so this is interesting. Is the problem you?
So
Anyway,
obviously she's under like a contract too, right? But then because of the
probably.
ratings
I
have
don't
been
know what it is, but yeah.
yeah, but but because the ratings have been jumping up, or the numbers have been growing, does that mean that the network could possibly rethink some things in regards to bringing her back, or or just kind of
I don't know how long they signed this current contract for, how many seasons more it is. But
right,
since the beginning of this, there's been a lot going on with her. So who knows?
right.
We'll see. So that's for if anybody cares. If you're a Wendy Williams fan, I liked Radio Wendy. I'll tell you that. When I was teaching at Morgan State University, I lived in D.C. and Baltimore it was at least an hour and 10-minute drive and more if we're talking about traffic. So by the time I finished teaching a class, that was right at like 4 o'clock. Forget going home at 4 o'clock. So I would stay, listen to Wendy Williams on the radio when she was at WBLS, on the internet, and then go home after that. And I would miss all the traffic that way. But so I liked Radio Wendy. Radio Wendy was different. So, but to each their own. Let us go on to photo 7. We are perking and we are working. Folks, if you're just joining, welcome to the Terror Zone. No, it's not the Terror Zone. It's the Media Tech and Pop Culture Party. This is MediaScope, all things media tech and pop culture. I am your guide for this ride, Dr. Tachi, media professor, filmmaker, media content producer, and journalist. I'm joined by this guy, MC Curtis.
Hey everybody, what's happening?
Mm-hmm. That's another T-shirt. Hey everybody, what's happening? That's going to be another T-shirt. So, you have photo 7?
I do now.
Okay, great. So, photo 7. Feels like I skipped something. No, I didn't. So the Justice Department, this is, we don't often always talk about the world of publishing, but let's talk publishing, people. The Justice Department has filed an antitrust suit to block the $2 billion merger of Penguin Random House and Simon & Schuster. Do you all know these two? These are two big publishing houses. You know them,
Absolutely.
MC?
I do.
Absolutely. If you ever read any books at all, chances are you've read a public Penguin book or a Penguin Random House book or a Simon and Schuster book. In fact, because I was, when I was full-time faculty, I was always in the book section whenever I went to a conference, because they would give us, free books to review and look and see if we want to order them for the class. And I don't know, I just felt like it was jackpot. I was like, okay, I want this book, this book, and this book. So a lot of them were Penguin Random House and Simon and Schuster. So they have proposed merging, $2 billion merger. Justice Department has filed an antitrust suit. So this just happened Tuesday, sued Penguin Random House and Simon & Schuster to block the two companies from completing this $2.175 billion merger that the administration said would, quote, likely harm competition in the publishing industry. Yes, absolutely. So the loss of competition would undermine authors' power to obtain advances and other services crucial for their books and careers, according to the Justice Department. And this is what they're alleging in a civil suit. So again, this is what the legal complaint says. If the defendant's proposed merger is allowed to proceed, Penguin Random House would be, by far, the largest book publisher in the United States, towering over its rivals. The merger would give Penguin Random House outsized influence over who and what is published and how much authors are paid for their work. That's not what we want, right? And that's the whole thing of not having these trusts or having these monopolies, because then they can control the market and determine what they charge and what they pay.
Isn't Simon and Schuster or the Random House there, weren't they the only two people selling the hugely overly priced books to colleges?
There are a bunch of publishers, but they're two of the biggest in terms of textbook publishers. But there are other textbook publishers. Elsevier is another big textbook publisher. Okay. So there are a lot of textbook publishers, but they have obviously a textbook division, because that's lucrative. That is
Absolutely.
Hugely lucrative.
Absolutely.
They're overpriced, if you ask me.
Heck yeah.
They're overpriced. I'll say one thing. I was part of a book, an anthology that I wrote a chapter that was done on an academic press. If you want to make money, you will not do that. I'll leave it at that. Go with the commercial press. Just saying. Academic presses don't pay. So, anyway. So we'll see what happens with this, whether or not that merger is allowed to go through, whether or not they're going to have to make some adjustments, concessions, or what the case may be. Let's keep going. Ha! He said, DOJ, go knock on MediaScope. They need to.
Right.
And Serena says, that would be a great t-shirt. Hey, what's happening with a glass on it? You know what? Thank you. Absolutely. That's going to be a t-shirt. Coming to the t-shirt store near you. Here we go. Serena says she'd rather watch Wendy Williams' show when others are hosting. Is she that terrible? And look who is here. Patricia A. Murray says that's kind of embarrassing when your show does better without you. You think? Mark Ward says she was off because she fell off the wagon and was in rehab for sober living. Right. Well, they never really pointed to the fact that she actually did. I think this was also brought on by her husband's behavior, and that's so there was the threat that could happen. This is according to what was put out there. Not that she actually did fall off the wagon, but that she could, which is why she checked herself in. So I don't know. It is what it is. Mark Ward says Real Housewives of Miami and the two all-star housewife shows are only going to be on Peacock. Well, that doesn't entice me, because the Real Housewives of Miami are the most boring bunch. And I live in this area, and I'm like, boo. Anyway. So let's keep going. Sarita says this: textbooks are overpriced, and then you go sell the book back, and it's worth nothing because they came out with a new edition every year, every time.
Absolutely.
Every year, every time. And I'm not going to say there is no value in textbooks. There absolutely is. If you're talking about history, if you're talking about certain things, but I teach media, which changes every 5 minutes. And I hated the fact that I had to have the students have a book. I would have rather taught from current articles and let that be the thing. But that would have required me putting together a whole, you don't pay me for that. So that wasn't happening. Go ahead.
So is the school, is the university, the college, they're making money off the books as well? Is that correct?
Not necessarily. No, it's the
Okay.
they're not really making money directly from the books. No, the
Okay.
author makes some money, but not as
Mhm.
much as the publisher. And then the bookstore marks up these books. So this is why you
Oh,
have books
gotcha.
that are like hundreds, especially like in the sciences, the physical sciences. Some of these
Sure.
books are almost $200.
Jeez.
And then you ask, well, why don't you have your book? Damn it, I paid my tuition and that's all I can manage.
Right, right.
That's all I can manage. Okay. So yeah, some of these books are really expensive. So the publisher obviously makes the biggest cut off of this. The author makes some. There's a big markup at the bookstore. And see, that's another racket. A lot of the bookstores, if you look at a lot of colleges, it's one bookseller that does it. One. And they're making a killing. Anyway, let's keep going. Terry Johnson, the assistant manager of the food truck, assistant manager of food truckery, is here. And she says, hey, MediaScope fam, there's no such thing as late here. Please, absolutely. And Tish Roach says, so true. We only speak truth here on MediaScope. Absolutely. She does go after too many people, and chickens come home to roost eventually.
Absolutely.
So I would like to, on behalf of MediaScope, apologize to NBC Universal, all of the the people I talked about on this show. The plural of everyone is all y'all. So for all y'all that I talked about on this show, on behalf of MediaScope, I truly regret my words and I am profusely sorry. Let's keep moving. All right. Could I have photo? It looks like we're going to basically end on time today for the most part. Let's go to photo 8, please. Let's talk about Levox's favorite, Zuckerberg. All right. So there are two Facebook stories that I have. I'm sorry. Mega.
Mm-hmm.
MAN. It should be called Man. They should have been called it Man instead. Master of
Yeah.
none. Facebook is going to stop. Go ahead.
No, as you got the meta image titled Meta Mess.
I sure do, because it is a meta mess. So Facebook is actually going to stop using facial recognition, which is how you're able to it recognizes your friends in photos, and they're going to delete data on over 1 billion people, according to Ars Technica. So they introduced this in 2010. I talked about this a little bit on IG, and it allowed users to automatically tag people in photos. And they did this intentionally to ease photo sharing by eliminating the tedious task for users. Why is that tedious? Anyway, but this is your first mistake. Oh, we're trying to make it easier for you. No, you don't. You want data. Let's be real. This is data. Can we tell the truth? I would respect you more if you told the truth. All right. So, but over the years, facial recognition has become a headache for Facebook because it's drawn regulatory scrutiny for them and lawsuits and fines that have cost the company millions of dollars. Okay. So today, Facebook announced that they're going to shut down the facial recognition technology and the facial recognition system. And supposedly they're going to delete the facial recognition templates of more than 1 billion people. So it's significant, but that doesn't mean that Facebook is swearing off of the technology entirely. This is what they say. Looking ahead, we still see facial recognition technology as a powerful tool. See, I didn't mean it. Powerful tool. For example, for people needing to verify their identity or to prevent fraud and impersonation. We believe facial recognition can help for products like these with privacy, transparency, control in place, so you decide if and how your face is used. We will continue working on these technologies and engaging outside experts. This is what they said. So yeah, the point is they're supposedly stopping the use of facial recognition technology. There are all sorts of privacy concerns with this. They should have been really looked at this since Facebook Analytica. There have been other things before that, but that was the biggest leak of data information. Since that happened, they needed to have said, you know what? We have some sensitive information here that could be used for harm. Let's stop you. But that would have been too much like right. Now, if I could please get photo 8A, let's keep going with MetaMess. So I talked about this a little bit on IG, but let me get deeper into it now. So Facebook is actually entwined in a trademark tug of war with another company called Meta, because you're so brilliant, Facebook. Nobody ever came up with this before until you, but Meta. So the name Meta, of course, already exists, but this was being used. It existed in the form of a company in Arizona using this. It was a computer and tech accessory maker called Meta PCs, until Facebook announced on the 28th that they're going to go by the name of Meta. So this overhaul, as we know, was because they're trying to build this metaverse where people can interact in immersive ways. I don't know if you saw, but it's up here on Facebook, and take a look if you're interested about that talk that they did at their recent conference, the recent not 3D, the VR conference, virtual reality conference, where they talked about what the metaverse was going to be and gave some demonstration. So check that out if you are interested in it. It will give you a better idea of what they say they're planning to do with the metaverse. So they registered this on October 28th of this year. Okay? That company, Meta PC, registered with the U.S. Trademark Office in November of 2020 to protect. They've had their names on it since November of 2020. It's been in use since November of 2020, but they applied to protect it in August. So, of course, that's 2 months before Facebook got to it. But they've been using it. So, again, I'm not an attorney, but the thing is, you can argue use, that you've been using this on your product, right? When it comes to that, if it ever came down to it. So they noted, according to Taxi, both requests have neither request has been approved yet. So Meta is still up in the air, or in the metaverse, we could say. So it's also interesting to look at the fact that both businesses provide differing products and services, and that trademarks only cover the goods and services that they're registered for. So it's possible that Meta and Meta PCs would get to keep their trademarks as long as they don't release overlapping products. So as long as Facebook did not get into producing PCs and that type of thing, they could be okay. As long as Meta PCs did not go into their space, they could be okay. So as long as when it comes to a trademark, as long as they have differing products, it's okay. So it might work. We'll see. So here's the thing, though. Meta PCs is a small company. They have 25 employees, and it could, if they lose their name, that could hinder the recognition that they've built, the brand recognition that they built. This is what the founders, Zach Schutz, said. We've bootstrapped this company with our own personal funds. When we learned Facebook chose the same name, it was obviously concerned that we would lose whatever organic reach we had worked hard to build. And that's a real concern because now your name is Meta and now it's being confused. You know what I'm saying? That is a concern.
I'm curious because one is Meta PC and then Facebook is looking to change their name to Meta. So, in fact, they are different names, though.
It is. Well, it's not a different. It's the same name. Their PC is after it, right? But colloquially, I'm sure people just say Meta. So it is the same name, but they have different products. So if you have different products, you can have the same name because this is why you can have. I'm trying to think of two things that are the same. You could have an Apple computer and Apple Apple Bank, right? So there's an Apple Bank in New York and there's Apple computers. Two different products, same name. So they can exist as long as you don't have overlapping products.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was a good example, Apple. That came to me. Thank you, universe. Anyway, let's take a few thingies. So Nadine says this, it's all about money first, last, and always. I agree. She's screaming at all y'all. Yeah, the plural of everyone is all y'all. Okay? You got y'all and all y'all. So that's it. Patricia says this. Remember Apple's fight with the Beatles way back when their promise to never to go into the music biz? Yeah, I do. I do remember that. See, there are always fights. Glow is having a good time. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you are. All right, guys, let's keep going because I have, I think, two more stories. Yeah, let's try and get some rapid fire. We need a rapid fire sound.
Oh, we need those with the machine guns that Levoc.
No machine guns. No machine guns.
Not that rapid fire? Okay.
No machine guns. Can you imagine? No. So let's have photo 9, please. If just when you thought you were tired of Squid Game, let's talk Squid Game really quickly. A meme coin for Squid Game. They have a Squid Game cryptocurrency was launched and collapsed because it really wasn't. It really didn't exist. So there were people who attempted to profit off of the latest cryptocurrency fad. It was $Squid, a meme coin inspired by the #1 Netflix show. However, they all saw their investments, I should say, plunge to zero after the coin's creators disappeared with $3.38 million in money. So it was never. Well, I need people to be. I said this on IG. Can we use a little bit of common sense, as my mother likes to say? Can we use a modicum, a small amount of common sense? This was never affiliated with the show. This was not Netflix who did it. So you've got some sketchy idiots who are launching a cryptocurrency. Now, let's keep in mind, cryptocurrency only exists because people agree that it exists. So these fools you don't know, you've agreed that, okay, I'm going to buy into something that I don't know really exists. We're just agreeing upon this. It's not launched by a well-known entity, just some sketchy fools. Wow. Let me launch a meme coin called Sketchy Fools and see how many people buy into that. So the creators locked investors' liquidity for a certain period of time, meaning that once people bought, they couldn't sell. So it wasn't liquid assets anymore. The coin's white paper claimed that the limitation was part of a, quote, anti-dump protocol that would fuel Squid's growth. So yeah, don't dump it because we want it to grow. So the other causes for concern, as if that one was not enough, included a 3-week-old website that had spelling and grammatical errors, a Telegram channel that didn't accept comments from the public, and a Twitter account that didn't allow for people to reply to posts. But despite that, it did see growth, peaking at about 2,861 per coin market cap. And that came to an end when the scammers drained the project's fund and disappeared in a move that the crypto community calls rug pull.
Wow.
But see, when people see dollar signs, red flags they become clear. They are
Absolutely.
invisible. They are transparent. You can see right through them. So they were eager to get in on the trend, so that wasn't enough. So anyway.
So how much money did they get away with? Can you repeat that number again?
Yeah, 3.38 million.
Oh, man.
I don't know across how many people, but in total, that was their jackpot. So the moral of this story, my friends, is can we use a little bit of common sense when it comes to investing in somebody developed by a roll of possible fools that you don't know on currency that only exists because people agree it exists? And I'm not anti-crypto at all. To the contrary, I'm pro-crypto. I'm pro-decentralized monetary sources. I am very pro. I think it's fascinating. Definitely pro. But I'm anti not doing your research, not doing proper research because you're trying to cash in on a trend and have something become the next Bitcoin or Ethereum, right? Or Dogecoin or Doge. I don't know how he says it. Let's use some sense. All right. Off of fools. I'm sorry, I don't mean to call them fools. Off of some unfortunate individuals who were fooled, which could translate to fools, but on to more crypto. Yes. Thank you. Could I have photo 10? Let's talk Burger King. They are now serving a side of cryptocurrency with your meal. Speaking of crypto, forget fries and onion rings. Burger King is trying to get you coins. Cha-ching! That's another sound we need. Cha-ching!
Yes.
So they announced that they're partnering with investment firm Robinhood to offer Royal Perks members a chance at winning Dogecoin, Ethereum, or Bitcoin. So according to USA Today, customers who spend $5 or more on the Burger King app, site, or restaurants just to will have quote my code you have to quote the code at your checkout to redeem the prize. So this runs until November 21st, till basically the end of this month, or until as stocks last. And the promo will primarily offer Dogecoin to winners, though the really lucky ones could walk away with full Ethereum or Bitcoin. And in total, Burger King will be offering 20 Bitcoin, 20 Ethereum, and 2 million Dogecoin. So if you're a Burger King aficionado, you might want to go and get your Whopper, and you could end up with a side of Bitcoin, Dogecoin, or Ethereum. Good for you, Burger King, Bitcoin. Let me really quickly tell you that, let me have photo 11. For those of you that are homeowners and you were considering selling your house to Zillow, don't, because they are selling off 7,000 of their houses because they bought too many. Now, why is this a tech story? And we forgot the tech intro, but that's okay. Why is this a tech story? This is a tech story because Zillow is an app. It really is merging technology together with home selling. That's what they were trying to do. And I actually saw the founder on either Bloomberg or MSNBC. Huh?
Yeah, CNBC.
CNBC.
That's why.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's why I see. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes. So we must have seen the same thing when they was
Hmm.
talking about when this first came up, right? When they developed
Right.
it. So, but now they bought too many. But how do they buy the houses? Based off of an algorithm that says this is the one to buy. So instead of researching, I guess this is what happens when you really don't maybe understand the market as well, because they also give overinflated prices for homes. Working with realtors, they're always laughing at Zestimate. Oh, you said your house
Right.
is it's one bedroom and it's worth 75 million. Okay. So it's stuff like that, that makes
Right.
people look side eye at Zillow. So they're trying to offload about $2.8 billion worth of houses onto investors after they bought with the intent because they would buy direct from owner, give
Mm.
cash, and then flip them and sell them themselves, obviously for a profit. But now they've got 7,000 houses that they need to get rid of. So don't do it. You can't anyway because they're shutting that down. Let me get photo 12, please, folks. I hope you are having a great time. This is MediaScope. This is the media tech and pop culture party of the century. Thanks for being here. We are running down the top stories of the week. Microsoft, speaking of Meta, Microsoft is moving into the Meta. Wait, am I on the right thing? Is it Microsoft? Should be. Yep, I
Correct.
am. I am. Thank you. So Microsoft is moving into the metaverse as a more immersive suite. Okay, see now everybody's just trying to get into the metaverse. So hot on the heels of Facebook, Microsoft has now announced that they're going to forge into virtual worlds and are no longer limited by cold, hard screens. Gaming is part of their plans. They're hoping to evolve Xbox and its games into the 3D world, but Microsoft is also taking a practical approach. Primarily assuming the role for what it's known for, creating productivity tools and efficient work. And they're trying to do that in the metaverse. So they report, Bloomberg is saying that Microsoft Office's PowerPoint and Excel will somehow be involved. So now, how are people going to interact in the metaverse with this? Who knows? But that's what they're trying to do. So your next Microsoft Office suite could be accessible in the metaverse. Could I have photo 13, please? Speaking of metaverse, Nike, they too. This has become an all y'all thing. Everyone, all y'all.
Absolutely.
Nike,
Absolutely.
right? So all y'all are trying to be in the metaverse. So Nike is hinting that they're actually going to launch into the metaverse in trademark filings. So on October 27th, the day before Facebook did their thing, because remember that was the 28th. On the 27th, they registered with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. Okay. According to this, like they're stepping their foot into the metaverse. They could join brands like Facebook's Meta and non-fungible token creators in delivering merchandise in the virtual world. So 4 requests were made to safeguard Nike's branding for downloadable virtual goods and more virtual environments. That's interesting. Good for you. But now everybody's trying to get in on this. I'm trying to see who's next. And actually, we are one of our own media scopers, Natalie Crew, troublemaker number 2, is huge, and very knowledgeable on NFTs. And she actually was one of the producers of the Metaverse Music Festival, which took place in the Metaverse. So I've asked her to come on and when she gets some time, we're going to have her on and we're going to talk Metaverse and NFTs because she's really knowledgeable in that area.
Good deal. Good deal.
Yeah, right? Absolutely. And you know what? One last story and then let's go. Could I have photo 15? Let's go with the last one. All right. This is actually kind of cool. Of course, we have fire engines going by, which never happens. So IKEA, everybody's favorite IKEA, has introduced sound absorbing curtains to keep distractions on mute. Now, this is actually really cool, especially for people who record all the time. Maybe you don't have soundproofing, but this might work for you. Maybe if you bought a few. So they have a solution for the work from home trend and the noise that can come that you could be disturbed by. So, for say your roommate is on the other side of in their room having a really heated conversation and your walls aren't effective enough. Well, they have launched Gunlog. I hope I'm saying it right, or Gunlog, a sound absorbing curtain as an added silencing layer for rooms. And this is the picture of it here. It's very simple. It's actually really nice looking, available, and white and gray will blend into most homes. And it's also translucent, so it will soften the light. So it's supposed to absorb echo and reverberation of medium and high frequencies. So if you don't have soundproofing, that could probably work for you, right? And then just do some little things on the in post production, but that could work. So it is made of 100% recycled chenille yarn. And it absorbs 50 to 100% more sound than other fabrics with similar quality and weight. So it will lower noises of everyday activities like the ringing sound of cutlery, clanging of dishes, and screeching of chairs when they're being moved around. And so for the best effect, IKEA is saying curtains should be arranged in pleats rather than fully extended, and that creates a thicker absorption layer. And you probably could double them up if you needed to. So it's priced at $50, and you can purchase that at IKEA.com. So for those of you looking for soundproofing solutions, that could be it. And that's it. Oh, wait. Serena has a special, a metaverse special. Buy a dinner plate and get a free dessert. Now, is it in the metaverse or is it in the real world? I don't want any virtual food. I want real food. But thank you so much. Nadine said, my boyfriend is being lobbied by them to sell his house to them. Still? With all this, don't do it. Don't do it, because they're getting ready to shut down that whole thing. They've got houses they've got to unload. And she says, Serena says, I always think of the multiverse from Marvel when I hear metaverse. Right? Absolutely. 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 The metaverse actually was devised in a book. I'm trying to remember the name of the book, but that's where it came from. It's not a new concept. Ha! Tish said, please don't encourage MC Curtis to find another free sound effect. I'm not. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
So you like the same 4 sound effects I've been using?
Yeah, they're great.
Okay, though. That settles it. I'll keep them.
Just says, what about the ice cubes? He didn't partake today. I'm so proud of you, MC.
Well,
you did not partake. Something.
It's the end of the show. So
at least you waited to the end of the show. And the end of the show it is. So with that, I have to say thank you, everyone, for watching. You all are family. I absolutely love you all so much. Thank you once again. I'm going to have to write her a note. Thank you, Omarosa, for stopping through. For those of you who weren't here, Omarosa was my classmate at Howard. She stopped through. Thank you so much, Omarosa, for stopping by. So good to see everyone again. Any final words, MC?
Good show. Good show.
Absolutely. And we apologize for the jumpiness of this. But of course, if you're listening on the radio, you don't hear jumpiness. Love you for watching. Bid you adieu. MC Curtis, you guys, myself, and the metaverse. Please, let's all exit stage left this way. All right. Cheers.
Yeah, Close the doors, walk across the corridor. We got something to show you. Media is our repertoire. Fed up with the same news, no channel to use. Cruise control mentalities, here we offer you. We gon' show you a new way.